Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode, guys. So, finally, like I told you guys again, and again, and again, and again. Um, yeah. Anything that Hot Toys teases at this point is coming. When will you guys get that? It's that simple. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. Let's see who's in here real quickly before we get started with the flames of Hot Toys. We got Joker J in the house. He says already HIV, already with the HIV. How are you, my friend? Welcome. We got Hobby Halbert. How are you, my friend? Happy Han Solo Day is very, very proper right now. Thank you for being here, my friend. Let's go, Babo! Babo, never tell me the never tell me the end. I tell you guys all the time. There is absolutely no reason why Hot Toys is going to tease anything at this point and not make it. It doesn't make sense. That's why I told you. Everybody was like, that's never coming. That's not coming. Blah, blah, blah. Hot Toys doesn't disappoint. Ever. We have Nefty in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yep. What a day is correct. Well, I am. How are you, my friend? Says young Chas Solo. This guy is so dumb. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Look at you. Look at you being here for once, like a true supporter. What does that? Who do I sound like? Unbelievable. Albert, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Albert. You made it. Combat Evolve in the house. How are you, my friend? Yo, crazy week. Now I have to OT line. That's correct. That is correct. And what does this mean, guys? What does this mean? Right? What does this mean? You may be wondering, what does this mean? What does this mean? It means a few things. It means a few things. You know? So it's going to get juicy, guys. Brad in the house. How are you, my friend? It's Asian time. How are you, my
Yay.
How are you, my friend? Welcome. We got Polo in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Good day to be a part of it. For real. Oh my God. First of all, guys, I didn't even know this thing was out. I forget who woke me up with the picture of it. Oh, Rudy. Rudy sent me the picture of it, and I had no idea it was out. But I knew, I wasn't shocked that it was out because I knew it was coming. He was shocked that it was out. I was like, "You shocked?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "No." Shout out to Rudy. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We got Irish Marcial in the house. How are you, my friend? 12 a.m. here in the Philippines. Been binge watching your oldest. Oh, awesome, my friend. Thank you. That's sick. I hope you like them. I hope you're not wasting your time. I hope you enjoy them. We got Anthony in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Look at you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button before you guys forget, please. Thank you. There's 17 of you guys in here already. That's awesome. We got Robin in the house. How are you, my friend? Long time. Nice to see you. Oh, Rudy, look at that. Speak of the devil. Rudy, he says, audition full glued in here chewing. and for that, I'm gonna have to say,
I don't think so.
and also
Wrong.
but you're not 100% wrong, Rudy. So thank you for being here, my friend. We have Brad says, imagine a Blade Runner with that. Well, again, it gets deep, guys. It gets deeper than just what you're looking at. Okay. And it goes back to what I mentioned again, as usual. It's going to get so juicy, guys. You guys have no idea. The Hono veteran. The Hono veteran. The Hono veteran. This guy. Unreal. We got Harold in the house. How are you, my friend? Hard passes. He's like, I've always wanted to say hard pass. Oh my god, that's so funny. Thank you for being here, my friend. Oh, Leo in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Glad I waited for this figure. Oh my god. I think everybody's excited. Even if you have, like, I have the original, right? The New Hope one, and the figure is beautiful. To this day, that figure is beautiful. The what is the Stormtrooper disguise figure with, you know, the Luke and the Han. The Han is another beautiful, beautiful figure. A lot of people didn't like the smirk on that head sculpt, which I thought it was perfectly fine because it changes the look of the regular one. So I love that figure. Yike.
Yikes.
Harold says, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Unreal. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. It's a new year. It's 2024. New year, new you. Stop lying to yourself. Ah, man. Willa says, you speak Spanish and I try to figure it out. I spoke. Oh, a tease to you and you, and you love it all. No, because I was like, what the hell is he trying to say? He said, you speak Spanish and I try to figure it out. So racist. Unbelievable. Besides, I don't have any of the art. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, but I'm telling you, you're getting it. It's that simple. Even if it doesn't belong in your Clone Wars, you're getting it. This is going to be a masterpiece of a figure. I know that right now. For my first thought was, this is artisan. As soon as I saw the picture that Rudy sent me, I was like, this is artisan. Because it looked funky, right? It looked funky. The hair looked funky immediately. So then I started looking for it. I found it, and then I was like, "Oh, it's not artisan." And the reason the reason why I thought it was artisan was because of this and only this. So as you can see, guys, Hot Toys is using these bases a lot. So obviously, it's not just for the artisan. As you can see, also they did it with Darth Sidious, right? Obviously, he's not rooted, right? So it's not an artisan figure, but my point is they're using these bases. So I was like, wow, I was like, they're using so the picture that he sent me specifically was standing on that base. So I was like, oh wow, it's artisan. Again, not shocked about it whatsoever, but I was like, it looks funky. So again, looking at the hair, I was like, oh, it's the hair. So right now in these pictures, right? The prototype pictures as we're seeing right now. The reason why it looks funny, okay, and I'm saying it looks funny because of the way there's so much hair. There's so much hair and it's dense. Therefore, it has to look like a full head of hair, right? That's the whole point. That's why it looks different than the first one. The first one had a lot less hair than this. That's why you don't get that funny, overwhelming darkness on top of his head, which is all that hair. Also, remember that sculpted hair has a shine to it. That shine also makes it look even fuller than what it is. So look at that. So that's what he looks. Again, to me, that's what I'm trying to pick up from the pictures, right? It's all this hair. Again, not that it's wrong because he had obviously more hair in the second movie than he did in the first movie, right? Which is why he looks different. But he looks fine, and he's going to look perfectly fine when he's out, 100%. Right? Remember that we can't be too picky with the prototype pictures because things change slightly, but they change, right? In hand. But likeness wise, look at that thing. That thing is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. No complaints about the head sculpt whatsoever. Obviously, the body's going to be updated compared to the original Han Solo, right? So The figure is going to be beautiful. It's going to be a hit. Everybody's been waiting for this figure for how long? Ever since they teased it how long ago? Remember, I forget what figure. I was looking for the pictures of the figure when they teased the back of him. I thought it was a Leia figure, but I don't know why I couldn't find it. So them showing you all these things, teasing him in all in those pictures. Again, there's no reason for Hot Toys to be showing you anything if they're not planning on making it. There's no reason. What? Why? For what? To create hype on what? When they could easily make all these things. What does this also say about Harrison Ford and his likeness as a young actor? What does that mean? What did I tell you guys? Indiana Jones young version is inevitable. I told you guys that the moment that was announced because there were flashbacks of him young in the movie. So you're going to tell me Hot Toys not going to take advantage of that and do that? Of course they are. Not only that, but they saw that a lot of people didn't even care for the old head sculpt because everybody wants the young Indy. You're going to tell me they got the license for the old one, but not the young one when they already did the young one years ago? Are you out of your mind? So that was an easy call right there. So that's another figure that's coming with Harrison Ford young. 100%. Remember this conversation. Just like I told you, this was coming too. Hot Toys is a company that is not at a level right now to be teasing anything. Teasing is for companies that are starting off and they want to create a hype on figures, which is why Hot Toys teased tons and tons of stuff back years ago before they were at this level. And a lot of the things that they teased never came about. Doesn't mean they're not coming, but it's been years. For example, the Power Loader and Ripley. They teased that years ago. Where is it? Again, doesn't mean that it's not coming. But where is it? So they're not teasing anything anymore to not make. For what? They can make it and they will make it. Why are they teasing it? So they don't put it into production for what? They tease that to let us know it's coming, not to let you create some hype around the company that, oh, Hot Toys is making this figure. Oh my God. No, it's not about that. It's about it's coming. They're letting you know it's coming. It's not, oh, maybe we'll make it or not. No, it has nothing to do with that, you know? Let me catch up with you guys real quickly. Let's see. Oh, the Thor in the house. How are you, my friend? You made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Punisher, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Irish says, hard to catch the live stream because, yeah, no, I understand, my friend. I appreciate it, though. Thank you for being here. And I know you always comment on my stuff, too, so thank you. Let's see. Yes, Chewie is definitely coming. They really need to do well. So I didn't even get into that yet, but that's another thing. You know, that's another sign of what's coming. You know, at this point, everything being updated and the two Chewbacca's that we've gotten from Hot Toys, they're two completely different figures, but they're exactly the same, meaning the body's the same. Right? They didn't use anything different. At this point now, with a new Chewbacca, we're going to get new, most likely new styled hair, right? Fur. Obviously an updated tall body, probably more articulated, you know, not Spider-Man style, but a little bit more than what we got before. Maybe slightly. But it's the whole point is it's going to be updated. It's going to be way better than anything we've gotten. Not that the old ones are going to be crap all of a sudden, but the new ones are going to be obviously that much better. And it gets people a chance to what do you call it? To get one if they never got the chance to buy one and now they're super expensive. So that's when the reissues come in handy when people don't have them. Brett says, when I see this piece, my jaw drop, check out forehead check. Yeah. Yeah, the scar on the chin is sick. Look at that. The detail on his face is sick. The scar, 100% spot on. Right here, he looks very accurate to the film right here in this picture. Because I could picture him, with that turn, with that profile look. It's just, again, the hair is funky because of the fact that it's sculpted and it's very full. Are we getting an artisan? What do you guys think regarding this, an artisan? As you can see, this figure would have a lot more hair than the first one, like I mentioned earlier. So could they do an artisan of this? Absolutely. The problem now is this. Because they announced this now, I don't think that is coming anytime soon. Or could go either way, right? So it's either they have to, let us buy this, right? And then wait a couple years, 3, 4, 5 years to do the artisan, or make us buy this, right? Put this out for pre-order, make us buy it, right? And then literally when it's out, put the new one up for pre-order, the artisan version for pre-order. That's a possibility. Who's going to say no? You're going to have those saying, hey, well, I just got mine, so I'm okay. But you're going to have those that, want that artisan. So can Hot Toys do that? Absolutely. Right? Because they can't, they compete with themselves all the time, right? They'll announce a figure and then the same, figure right after it. And then it's like, which one do I get? Right? So that's happened multiple times. So they compete with themselves, right? So I can't even say like, oh, they wouldn't do it to themselves. Because they do it to themselves all the time. Right? So that's my only thing. It's like they can do that to themselves all day long. And then it's like, oh man, what do I do? That's where it gets tricky with them, with their weird schedule, because they don't care. They don't care. They'll put them both up for pre-orders. That's your problem. And again, then you got to decide. Look at what's happening with the rooted Joker, right? We got sculpted and we got rooted. The problem is the rooted is limited, or else everybody would get it. A lot of people didn't think that the artisan, hair was necessary. So they're, oh, I'm very happy with my sculpted, which is fine. A lot of people don't care for that. I don't care for the rooted. I want to own a rooted Joker, but I don't, it's not something that I needed my whole life. Because if I did, people have been customizing, rooted hair Jokers forever. So I could have owned one from years ago. It was never a thing. It was never something that I was like, oh, I need real hair on my toy. No, So comment says, I like this called better than the New Hope one. Well, it's updated. It's gonna look better. It's gonna be, it's gonna be newer. It's gonna have more detail, obviously, than anything from back then. Even though, the stuff back then is still great to this day, you can't compare a head sculpt from, 8-10 years ago to something now. And again, not that they're bad, not that they're ugly at all. It's just they're, everything now it's going to be way better because everything's newer, That hair needs a tweak. Yep. Looks like almost leftover Luke. Yeah, no, it definitely, again, it could be the pictures as well. So don't get all bent out of shape because it looks funny because of the hair. Don't get all crazy. Oh my God, they need to fix the hair. No, it'll look fine in hand, guaranteed. I'm assuming that if they get enough complaints, they'll tweak the hair if it needs to. I don't think it's a problem. It just looks funny because of the pictures, right? There's a lot of detail going on. There's a lot going on. We're all excited about it too. So, we want the figure to be perfect because it's, it's Han Solo. We've been dying for Han Solo for how many years now? So understandable. But it's going to be great. You guys are going to be like, oh my God, this figure is amazing. As soon as you get it in hand, guaranteed. It's been happening with pretty much every figure. But again, don't get so bent out of shape over these pictures because in hand, it's going to be, a different world. It looks a bit soft. Well, again, don't go crazy with these pictures. Don't go crazy. It's gonna look amazing in hand. This could have had interchangeable hair. It could have, but for what? You know what I mean? Like give him a slightly different hair look. Nah. You know what I mean? If it would have been a drastic hair change in the movie, you better believe they would have given him one. 100%. Unless they got some type of, battle damage look coming. That's a possibility. You know what I mean? Him scuffed up. Could happen. But this is staying like this. Obviously, we got the rolling eye system. But the outfit, guys, wait till we get into the outfit. Hot Toys killing it. Do even need anyone else? Well, obviously the new Chewy. And we still, we still need. I still think we're still getting a bunch of things from A New Hope. Believe it or not, different style. For example, the last scene, the last Luke when he gets the gold medal or whatever medal he got, and he was wearing that yellow jacket. That fluke is coming. 100% is coming. When? Who the hell knows? But that figure is coming. Why? It's a no-brainer. You're going to tell me they're not going to reuse a Luke head sculpt to put a yellow jacket on him? What? 100%. 100%. So they're not done. They're not done. And don't forget that they could always give you different versions of the same figure. Right? They'll give you another, for example, perfect example, Bespin Luke, right? We got the original set, right? The double pack. We got the battle damage and the regular. Now we just got the regular, right? We got the two hair pieces, but completely clean. How do we know that Hot Toys isn't going to make a battle damage one? I can guarantee you they will eventually. I think that the reason why they didn't want to do the double pack again was to change it up, right? I don't think Hot Toys likes to do the same things over and over, meaning in packaging. Obviously, we know that they give us the same figures over and over, right? But packaging wise, I think once they do something, for example, a double pack of something, I don't think they constantly want to keep doing the same thing, right? So that's why I think they were trying to stay away from that. But I also think that the battle damage version is coming. And and not 100%. The reason why I say not 100% is because I feel like they would have given us a battle damage head sculpt in the same box if they wanted to go that route. You know what I mean? Like, who is really going to buy? I would 100%, but I'm saying, the masses, right? Who is really going to buy a battle damage unless you're a hardcore, Luke Skywalker fan and a Bespin fan? Who's really going to buy a battle damage Luke Skywalker figure? Same exact Bespin outfit, obviously ripped up, dirtied up, weathered, bloody head sculpt, different hair, obviously missing hand with the chopped off hand. So they could do that all over again as a separate figure. So it's not about them giving us not having enough product, or are they out with the line? They can always come up with something. Period. It's that simple. The what is it? The Stormtrooper disguise figures, right? The Luke and the Han. They could redo those all over again. Updated head sculpts, updated Stormtrooper outfits, because from back then they're completely different now. 100%, updated material. So they could always bring back anything they feel like bringing back, right? So they don't really need new characters. They just need an excuse to give us new stuff. That's it. Brett says, wonder when such, but probably either, what's today? Today's Thursday. So either today, later today or tomorrow. And another thing, guys, that I'm already thinking about, which I have to think about now, buying overseas, is I can guarantee you this figure is going to be super hyped overseas as well. So I will most likely have to pre-order it on Sideshow to avoid having an issue with this figure overseas. Star Wars is to me is very iffy. Specific characters, because if there's any type of hype overseas or just in general, it's going to affect it overseas, and then I'm screwed. So I always have to, now that there's an announcement, I have to think, is it worth it for me to get it overseas, or should I just be safe and get it on Sideshow? So I may have to get it on Sideshow, but that's something that I'm thinking about because, and also obviously the price, right? Once we see the price, right? Let's say it's $285, right? Let's just say $285. And which I think it's going to be more, but let's just say $285. $285, and then you have I don't even know what the point was. But the price. Huh. So $285, right? So overseas is going to be more expensive, right? Just naturally more expensive over there. So then I don't know if you guys pay attention to toysforkiddos.com, but he'll put it out for sale, obviously, for the day one orders, and then he'll drop it, whether it's a week later, 2 weeks later, whatever it is, he'll drop it eventually. So then obviously that's the price that I buy it at, the discounted price. And then obviously I use the coupon code. So my thing is, if it's expensive on Sideshow, it's going to be even pricier overseas. So I'll just lock it in on Sideshow. If it's not too expensive on Sideshow, then it can't really be, too expensive overseas. Another reason is because it's not much to it anyway, right? So as we get into the pictures a little bit more, we get to see that here's the blaster, right? He gets this little gun. The base, a little bit of diorama, design on the base, and that's it. That's your entire figure. You get the long coat, pants, boots, vest, undershirt, the holster, the pistol, and the base. Oh, look, the diorama is actually like built into the base, so that's very nice. It's not like a piece that goes on top of it, I guess. So that's really, really cool. So very, very basic figure. They can't give you much with it anyway because he doesn't really have much to begin with. As a character, right? The gun was his weapon, and that was it. And the difference between, the main difference was what? The pants and the yellow jacket and the long coat. So look at that. Gorgeous. Look how basic. So again, it has to be more expensive because there's no way that, number one, the character, right? And I mean more expensive than $285. The character, right? The license. And because they know the value of this guy and how many people have wanted this guy for this long, they know they could easily get $325 out of it, no problem. And that's low. They could get $350 out of this, and who's going to complain about it? Because it's the character. You're buying that character. You're not buying a hot toy. You're not buying, it's a Star Wars figure. No, you're buying Han Solo, period. So that's why they could get away with whatever they charge. They could charge $375, and who's going to say no? Again, I don't think they would because there's nothing to him, but they can because of the character. Another thing, they don't do that with Luke because we're getting overflowing, amounts of Luke Skywalkers left and right. No complaints, but they're making him way more often, way more frequently, different versions. When was the last time we got a Han Solo? Besides A Force Awakens, which is obviously completely different than the first trilogy. That's just the thing. So we don't get Han Solos often. We're never going to get Han Solos often. It's not a character that you need to constantly be making. There's not much to him anyway when he's made, as you can see. Right? So what are you really buying? It's not like an Iron Man. You're buying that suit. You're buying that, that mask. You're buying that weight. You're buying that, that thick figure. You're buying that robotic looking figure. You're buying a lot when you buy an Iron Man. Here, you're literally buying Han Solo. Literally, that's it. That specific outfit, that head sculpt, that's it. That's what you're buying. Nothing else. Obviously, he's from Star Wars, but if he wasn't from Star Wars, you'd be buying Han Solo from whatever the hell he was from. Obviously, him being Star Wars just makes it that much more, right? Oh, it's Han and Star Wars. Pablo, how are you, my friend? Welcome. You made it. We got William says it means that Harrison Ford is anymore. Let's get one to do more. This guy. Oh my god. I want a young Indiana. Coming, my friend. I told you guys that when the original, the old man Indy was announced. I told you that he was coming. It's a no-brainer for them to make it. Now that they showed this, you're gonna tell me that they're not gonna reuse that face for young Indiana Jones? Out of your mind. Even if they have to tweak it, they will make a young Indiana Jones. Again, I can guarantee you that they did not get as many orders for that old Indiana Jones as they would have a young Indiana Jones. That's number one. And they know that. Number two, you don't think they know that people have been asking for the young Indiana Jones? They know that people want that. That's why I tell you guys, I don't understand how these likenesses things and these licenses and likenesses and all this stuff, like it doesn't make sense. Because everybody was, oh no, Harrison Ford doesn't like to give his likeness and he doesn't give permission. And here we are. So that's why I don't talk about that stuff. And when people say that, I never even believe it because it doesn't make sense. It's so some weird game that it doesn't make sense. And then when Hot Toys doesn't do it, oh, it was the likeness. Well, here it is. Now what? What's the excuse now? Oh, Hot Toys doesn't like Harrison Ford because he broke the Han Solo figure. Oh, he doesn't like giving his likeness out. Here he is. Now what? That's why I never follow that stuff. I never say, oh yeah, well his likeness, he didn't give his likeness, so that's why we didn't get the figure. Because it doesn't make sense. If they have it already once, why wouldn't they get it again and get it again? Look at what they did with Andrew Garfield. Right? They had it from the beginning. They reused it. So why wouldn't they do it again? Obviously, it affected the figure because the figure wasn't branded No Way Home. It was branded The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So that's why it worked. Right? They got to update the figure, but branded it a different line. And it worked well with the No Way Home line. That's why they did it. So there was something going on, not only with the likeness of Andrew Garfield, but it must have had something to do with the entire No Way Home movie and Andrew Garfield. Because why didn't they just make the Spider-Man No Way Home Spider-Man without the head sculpt? People would have had to buy it because that's the only choice and the only option. You think somebody wouldn't have made a head sculpt for Andrew like RCN Studios did? Of course they would have. So that's why I don't get stuck with, well, Andrew didn't give his likeness. No, it has nothing to do with likeness because, again, why didn't they make the No Way Home Spider-Man branded No Way Home without a head sculpt? So it had to do with something completely different than the head sculpt, than the likeness, not the head sculpt, than the likeness. You know? So that's why I never bring in, oh, well, Hot Toys isn't making it because of the likeness. No, that's stupid. Especially if Hot Toys made it in the past. Why wouldn't they, if they own something already, they did it already, and they own, right? They own that prototype of that head. They own that. Hot Toys. Right? They get the permission to make that, but they own that. So yes, obviously they can't sell it without permission, but they own that. You know? Brett says, I pray Hot Toys does a Blade Run. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I doubt it. If that were the case, they would have already, very very long time ago, when the very very first one came out. And a bunch of third parties have made him already, but never Hot Toys. And again, it's not something. I don't think it's something that popular or that big that that warrants them making something like that. Yeah, the movie has a lot of fans, but it's nothing like an Alien movie, nothing like a Predator. You know what I mean? It's got a following, but I don't think it's that big. So I don't think they bother. And again, what is that figure going to come with? Nothing. You know what I mean? It's going to be a futuristic looking. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a crazy fancy figure either. It's for them to make it a. Actually, believe it or not, that figure would be probably more intricate than this. And they still wouldn't even bother. It would have more stuff than this. This is very basic. And they still wouldn't even bother. Blade Runner would be cool. They even got his. That's what I'm saying. That scar is beautiful. It's so perfect. Right at the bottom of his lip. Great thing to have a good relationship with a retailer that can give you pre-order price Hot Toys, even if the release. Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be a nice hookup. I would just tell him, hey, put that in my cart. Throw it in my cart. To be fair, I might have a display with this Han, with my Han figure from Solo. Ooh, that's nice. That's a good one. Got me a deluxe Vader. Ooh, for $300 tax shipping. That's not bad at all. Wait, deluxe Vader from what? Which movie? Hot Toys likes to hit you when you live at 100%, and that's why I've never been able to. And not that I'm trying to, right? I'm not trying to guess their schedule or see what's next. I would never. I don't care for that, right? I would go crazy. And the fact that they make it impossible for you to know that is the best thing in the world, because it would get really boring. Oh, the next one's Spider-Man. Oh, the next one's this one. Oh, the next. It would be boring. Right? The excitement of not knowing is what gets you, like, oh, what's next? What's coming? I wonder what they're going to announce. So that's what makes it exciting. Howard Chan is going to make an Artisan Chewbacca. Each figure is going to have. Imagine. This guy's crazy. Pablo, my friend, welcome. Tuli, my friend, how are you? This is my boy. This is my boy. Where are you? This is my boy.
This is my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy.
How are you, my friend? Welcome. He's got the 80s hair. Yeah, exactly. But it does look funny 100%. It looks weird 100%. But once you start like looking at it and like going through the picture, you're like, all right, like I get it, But the thing is beautiful. Guys, hit that like button if you don't mind, please. There's 26 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. My God. Look at you guys.
Yike.
Yike. Chew will be more likely than an artisan. No, Chewy can be an artisan. Remember that artisan is supposed to be a wool hair, right? That's the whole thing. Wool. It's wool hair. For them to make a wool-haired artisan Chewbacca. Remember also the whole point of the artisan is to style the hair, right? To have more control over it. I think they would go crazy. Can they do an artisan? 1,000,000,000%. It's not that they can't do it. They can do anything. Would it make sense money-wise? I don't think so. It's going to be $700, $800 easy if that's the case. Because remember, the whole thing is this is handmade. This is all glued, right? This is not rooted. This is glued. So somebody's got to sit there, not only gluing all that stuff on, but then you got to cut it, right? Because it's not, you don't get these like, oh, let me just each little short. No. This is, patches of long, and obviously then you got to cut it, style it. You got to shape it. Absolutely not happening. So that's why I don't think so. Can they? Again, can they? 1,000,000,000% yes. Are they going to do an artisan? I 100% doubt it. Are they going to do another Chewbacca? 100% yes. Daniel, my friend, how are you? Welcome. This solo's coming home. Yeah, no, he looks beautiful. 100% beautiful. Now we all know another Chewie's coming, maybe. So now I can claim they called it one. Yeah, no. Like I said, I always tell you guys ahead of time, like light years ahead of time, what's coming, right? It's just a lot of people don't believe it because it just takes a long time for it to be announced. But it's all coming. I've been telling you this for years. Hot Toys is not at a place where they're gonna tease things for no reason. They're here to make products, so they're gonna tease something that they're gonna make. Again, another thing, another figure, the Vulture. Everybody, that's not coming. That's never coming. After the first announcement, it's coming. It's coming. Died down. The hype died down. Oh, that's never coming. The second tease, oh my God, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Died down again. Oh, people completely forgot about it. The Vulture is coming. 100%. They did the Batman head sculpt with the gray hair. He's old. He's aged. How much different does he look there than he does in Homecoming? Of course they're going to tweak that head sculpt. Of course they're going to make that head sculpt. So it's coming. They wouldn't have teased it not once but twice. It's coming. Well, we least expect it, but it's coming. You know, they're not here just teasing stuff and not making anything. They're not that company anymore. At one point they were. At one point they were teasing things that they just couldn't get to, or they just decided not to bother, or it wasn't worth it. Whatever the excuse was, whatever the reason was, they used to tease a lot more and not make. Now everything they tease is coming. You know, Hot Toys will mess around and make a youngin. No, I don't think Artisan. I don't think Artisan, but definitely a young indie. And I think the reason why they wouldn't make an Artisan is because he's got, the hair so short. There's not really much to work with. I mean, can they? Absolutely, right? But there's not much of this, as you can see here. There's more hair here. There's more length to work with if you had to cut it, if you had to shape it, right? Rather than his hair like back then in the indie movie. So it would be different, a little bit different, more difficult, I would think. But can they do it? Absolutely. A one official distributor for Hot Toys only got 25 pieces of Artisan figures. At least you guys received 1,000. Oh, well, I mean, do people in the Philippines really buy expensive stuff like that? And how much is it going for you guys in US dollars, if you don't mind me asking? Honestly, I'm happy with Hot Toys. These new figures are such an upgrade. I'm loving it. Fabs can keep saying 1.0. No, I'm telling you, these upgrades are necessary. They are always going to be made, right? There's no reason why Hot Toys wouldn't be or shouldn't be updating figures that are, old. As you can see, they tried to pretty much 2.0 the entire first Avengers line. Literally almost all of it, right? We got a Mark 7. We got a classic 2012 Captain America. We got the Mark 7. We got the Loki. We got Hawkeye. We didn't get remade. What else? Thor. We didn't get remade. That one they didn't get remade yet. Nick Fury didn't get remade, and what's the other one? Maria Hill. No, not Maria Hill. Black Widow didn't get remade yet, and what's the other one? Coulson didn't get remade. So, but they made the main ones, right? Some of the main ones, at least. So they're always going to keep making 2.0s. They're always going to keep remaking figures, updated. Even if they have to add one more accessory, one more little thing, they will. It's just that simple because it's money, right? It's money. There's always going to be enough people, right, that either had the figure in the past and sold it and now they want it again. You're going to have people who never had the figure and want one. So it makes them money. Every single time it makes them money. Damn. you up. What? Hair's fine, everything's fine. Bunch of vultures, be happy for him. No, yeah, no, but it's true. At first glance, you're like, what the hell? Because I said, whoa, is this artisan? Because it looked funky. But as you start, look at it more and more, you get used to it, and it'll be perfectly fine. The hair needs to be thin. Exactly, it's very full, and that's the problem with the sculpting of the hair. When you sculpt hair, it looks, and the character has a lot of hair. It's gonna look bulky. It's gonna look puffy. It's going to look very, very full and very big. So that's what's making people turned off. That's what turned me off immediately. But again, I said it's the pictures. I said I'm not going to worry about it because there's nothing to worry about. But it does catch you off guard. No inner talk today. No inner talk today, my friend. But we have some J&D action after Han. So you guys don't have to stay if you don't want to. If you guys want to hear what's going on with J&D and the Battle Armory, you can. But I know how you guys feel about all that stuff. My hair, I comb my all I need now is my Amish Harrison Ford with this. This guy. We need a black curtain. That's another one. The moment we get the updated Chewbacca, right? So it's either going to be either or, right? So we're either going to get a black chrysanthemum first and then the updated Chewbacca, or we're going to get the Chewbacca first and then we're going to get the black chrysanthemum. Why? Because they're going to have to use that same body, that same figure, that same design, right? To make the what do you call it? The black chrysanthemum. So they're going to have to use it. And I think that's another reason why they delay a lot of these figures, right? If they know that they're going to be able to use a specific body for a specific figure in the future, they just hold it off and try to keep the projects close to each other, which makes so much sense to me. That's why I think sometimes it takes so long for figures to come out, and then they come out when there's something like it also announced. Another cool line would be 70 Battlestar. Yeah, that's old school. Rob, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Nice to see you. Please have to work that hair. Please save Go Inside Show. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna see the price. If the price is over 300, I have to go with Sideshow. Because that's my fear, If it's already over 300 on Sideshow, it's gonna be. That's what has me like in limbo now. Thule, you whoa. Wonder if he'll have. Oh, he does. He does. See, separate rolling eyeballs. Of course he does. 2 styles of look, newly sculpted hands with natural details. So he's got veins on his hands now. A lot of detail on his hands, which is about time, Hot Toys. My God, we needed some detail. So again, what are we paying for? We're paying for the eye rolling system, which we get often now. The 2 looks because we got the long jacket and obviously the new hands. So this is more money that they're charging because the new hands. And look what they have to do. To make you feel like you're getting some value or something out of the package, right? They had to redesign hands. Because again, it's a very basic nothing figure. So what do? We have to give them something, right? So, let's make it sound like we did something crazy and did new hands. Again, very cool. We should all our figure hands should be like this. But they had to add this to this figure to make it more appealing, to make it, to justify whatever they're planning on charging for it. It's that simple. So again, anytime they announce anything, they're charging us for it. Fabs is live talking about yeah. Surprised you just got here. Unbelievable. Kind of missing the drought of announcements and release. Yeah, well, it's coming soon. Don't do that to yourself and start asking for it. This little break is going to be very, very nice. When everything starts pumping out again, you're going to be like, man, I should have kept my mouth shut. 2024 is going to be worse than 2023 regarding the amount of figures we're getting. It's that simple. Every year we just get more and more and more and more. I love those round tight. See, I don't know how I feel about them. I have to see one in hand, like for once, to finally like see how I feel about them. Because I don't know how I feel about them right now. They're kind of tall, right? They're kind of high. I like that they don't take up a lot of space, right? Again, I don't know actually what they are in hand. I don't know the actual diameter of it. I could look it up on the, on the details, I guess, if I really wanted, if I really cared. But it is what it is. Until we get them in hand, we'll never know, what they're actually gonna would look like in your display. And you get 30 hands. Exactly. Well, exactly. Right. They gotta give you a filler. Guys, if you don't mind, hit that like button. There's 30 of you guys in here. Please don't forget if you don't mind. The jacket is hopefully white. It should be, but I could tell you. So right now, as you can see, it's just draping, right? There's nothing really, but it should at the edges. Wait, let me remove this. It should at the edges here, right? At least. I don't think so much on the side of the jacket, but definitely at the bottom. So let me see. Yeah, see? They give it a little bit of open action here and then very closed here. So it looks like, yeah, see? Definitely wired. 100% wired. Um, See how it stays open? So yeah, so it's wired. It's actually wired on both sides. So in here, it looks like it's very thinly wired as well as the side. Because for it to stay open like this, there's got to be a wire here, and there's got to be at least here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it is. See, like this doesn't stay open like this without a wire. So it could be. So it could be back here. It could be only at the bottom. Who knows? Because this is kind of thin to have a wire in here. So yeah. So it's got to be only at the bottom. It can't be. It can't be the side. But that's always wired. Everything, all that stuff should be wired now. The lone coil looks cool. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's a nice different look to it. I love this look for Han. Only in art has the purpose to cover to overcharge style. Exactly, you're right, 100%. What was I thinking? This is why I don't color backwards. Never will. We're correct. That's another very good point. Some figures at this point are not worth going back for because they're going to get remade anyway. Now, if you really want the figure and you have the money to overpay for it, because everything from back then is super expensive now, and is it really worth it at this point? It's up to whoever's buying it. It's that simple. The problem is, if you're going to be spending all that money on an old figure, just know that there's a huge possibility that it'll be made, whether it's updated with the old school bodies or a 2.0 with a bigger body, a different head sculpt, all that stuff. It's always a possibility. So just be smart about the things that you do go back for if you really need them, because you're going to regret it, if they're going to update whatever it is that you're getting. It's going to be a waste of money. Another thing is, how long are you willing to wait for that item? For example, let's say you never got a Han, right, from back then, from a New Hope, and you've wanted a Han forever, and you bought it, right? Would you regret that now this one's coming? No, because it's a different one, right? So let's say you never bought a Han, and this came out. Oh, look, I'm getting my Han. So you saved the money of overpaying for the old one, and you got a new updated one. But if you have the money to go for the old one, go for the old one. But is it necessary? I don't think so. Unless it's something that you need for your collection 1 billion%, you can't live without it, and you need it to complete the line, then you do what you got to do. This will be a day one for me. For a lot of people, second one. Endor Han completes the set. Luke Endor with Leia and Wicket. Nice. Look at that. So a bunch of people are going to get this. They have to get this, right? So this is already a very, very hyped up figure. So I have to lock it in with sideshow again, just to be safe, just to not worry about anything, because this is going to be a very, very, very sought after figure. I can tell you that right now. Han Solo on Tauntaun would be, yeah, that'd be sick. Imagine that. Oh yes, Punisher. Maybe they gave him better paycheck. A better paycheck. Change that vest to a coat. And you have Bespin Han coming soon. This guy. Blade Runner came out, and that there you go. There you go. You know, I wasn't even born for that. What up? What up, my positive collectors? Let's talk all in. This guy, always starting trouble. He comes in, always pushing the buttons. From Obi-Wan, ask your opinion. A few weeks ago, between the new Tom Holland Spider-Man or the Obi-Wan Vader, I have chosen Vader. Yeah, very, very, very good choice, and you will not regret it, my friend. You will never, that Spider-Man with the Tom, that new updated suit Spider-Man. I can guarantee you can get it eventually. That Darth Vader, how many Spider-Mans do we have with a Tom Holland head sculpt? Obviously, they're not all the same, but how many do we have? How many Vaders do we have like that? 0. So it was an easy choice for me to give you. TK, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to see you. Hello there. I am late. No, thank you for being here, my friend. No, you're not late. We are just almost done on Han, and we're gonna get into some J&D action if you're interested. I know a lot of you guys aren't, but just hire super cuts to super cuts. Been buying from a store since 2018. That's why I set aside Hot Toys for me. Oh, I got you. Artisan Chewy, the spray paint will. Oh my god, the Vulture and 22 Batman. Another one, correct. Here we go. The 22 Batmobile, from the Batman, right? The Batman, the figure that I just made the video on with the bat signal and the bat cycle. Hot Toys is making that vehicle, whether it's for the second movie, whether it's for the third movie, that vehicle is coming. Remember this conversation because you heard it here first. This is not the only Batman we're going to get from those movies. There's no way that Hot Toys made the bat cycle, that the bat signal, and they're not going to make the vehicle when we know they make all the vehicles. So you heard it here first. Remember that. And the Vulture. Oh my God. Guys, somebody clip this and screenshot it to me, because I want to show Brad this screenshot when they both come out. So somebody do that for me, please. The Vulture would be nice up here. Oh, no. Just wait. You guys, I guess you guys don't really trust my expertise when I've been calling out figures for years now, and you guys still have some doubt. But I can tell you this: you guys don't doubt me. You guys doubt Hot Toys. Because I say it's coming. If Hot Toys doesn't make it, it's their fault. But I knew it was coming. We had a line after one. Oh my God! Can you imagine? Lining up? Guys, hit that like button if you don't mind. There's 31 of you guys in here, please. Thank you, guys. Let me see. We said give us more, huh? Not hands. No, I need hold. This guy's unbelievable. This guy. So, yeah, guys, gorgeous, as you can see. Nice and articulated. The hands look, actually, now that I'm paying attention to the hands, look at that. They're making sure that you look at the veins. That's why they pose them that way. See, look at that. They're like, stare at the veins. But yeah, basic figure. This cannot, realistically, this cannot be expensive at all. It just can't, right? The vest can't be much. The pants can't be much. That the holster and the belt can't be much. The shirt can't be much. The long jacket can't be much. The pistol can't be much, right? The base, definitely not much. Again, why would this be pricey? The license, the character, period. That's simple. That's it. So whatever we're paying, it's not the figure we're paying for. We're paying for the license and the character. That's it. The grave has spoken. Let's end with the Asian delight. No, we're not done yet. We're not done.
Yay.
So, yeah, guys. So, like I said, we are getting into some just real quickly, couple things I want to talk about J&D. If you guys want to go, you could go ahead. But so J&D comes out with let me set this up real quickly. So they come out with their what do you call it? Their inner J&D comes out with their Bat Armory, right? The original Bat Armory, not the new one that Hot Toys is making from the Dark Knight Rises, right? He's doing J&D's doing this from the second one, right? From the Dark Knight, the one that's in a cage. So it's insane. Okay, I want to tell you why. So here we go. So we are gonna get into, right? So this is it. So this is them setting up the, I guess the display looks like, yeah, the display. I haven't seen this video, by the way. I just found out that these were up, so I'm watching them with you guys now. So this is 9 minutes long. So as you can, so here we go. So this is, again, they're doing this, I guess, to pair up with their Jokers that they did for $5,000. So a lot of detail. Say, look at that. So it looks like, guys, that there are two versions of it, right? So there are Bat Armory with Batman and Bat Armory with Bruce Wayne. Two completely worlds of price, right? So look, he's putting the glass eyes in the Bruce Wayne, right? So here's the Joker that they did, right? So beautiful, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful set. Now, let's show you the second video. So again, this is just the Bat Armory without the Bruce Wayne figure. So you can't even have a mouthpiece for Bruce Wayne on this with that Batman, just so you guys know, right? Now, where is it? They had the pricing. You guys have no idea. Let me show you guys the pricing. I was like, are they for real? I have to show you guys the pricing. Because it's insane. Oh, here we go. So we have, it says here, Type A retail price, $829 USD with free shipping. Type C retail price, $17.99 with free shipping USD. Okay. So if you get the Bat Armory alone, right, just with the Batman, right, no Bruce Wayne, just Batman. Again, you don't even get a mouthpiece for the Batman, so you can't even have it as a Batman, at least from what I just saw. If you can, I don't know, right? But so far, it's just the Bat Armory with the hollow mouth cowl for Batman, right? $829. If you want Bruce Wayne with that, it'll be a side of $1,000 pretty much extra for that Bruce Wayne. So if you want the double pack, the two set, right? $1,799 of US doll hairs. Can you imagine how? Why? Again, we already talked about this. They're in a different league. They're in a different world. This is, this is nothing comparable to Hot Toys at all. Not even, you can't even compare, materials or anything, because they look like they're in a different league when it comes to that stuff. So, but I just wanted to bring up the prices. Crazy. Crazy, 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 insane. Like, what are they thinking? How are they thinking that? Again, I get it. It's not for us. I understand. I get it. But it's like, how rich are your collectors? How rich are your collectors? That everything has to be $2,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. And last but not least, guys, so we got Catwoman announced, right? So I don't know if anybody's interested in her or is getting her. She looks so much better than the original release. Oh my God. Way, way better. Again, J&D have made Bruce Wayne too old. Yeah, he looks very like wrinkled and stuff. $1,800 for two. Yeah, exactly. Literally. Even though we know they're figures, right? What are you really going to do with those figures? Nothing. They're going to stand just like they are. You're not posing any of that. It's crazy, right? Solo times 2. If everything else, TV companies. This guy, unbelievable. So yeah, guys. So Catwoman is out, looking gorgeous. I have a little comparison picture of the old school head sculpt and the new one. Like I said, she looks so much better here than the original one. The suit doesn't look, that much different. Obviously, I believe it's updated as well. Should be better than the original one. I have a feeling, or at least I'm going to assume, that this figure is a bit taller than the first one, or at least it should be, since the Batman Begins and Batman The Dark Knight were both 2.0s. This should be taller than the original release as well. Also, don't forget the 2.0 Two-Face. That was made, that was the first 2.0 made from that line without even being called, the Dark Knight trilogy. Look at that. So, the articulation, insane, as you can see. Look how she folds her entire leg all the way back. Look how she twists her torso. So very, very good. Very, very good body, looks like. Articulation, like I said, great. That head sculpt, beautiful. Look at that. The cheekbones are very, very prominently. You can see like how they pop. Look at that. Like a lot. But again, way, 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 way better than the first one. And here is the picture that I wanted to show you guys. This is the comparison picture of, so this is the original one, and this is the new one. Look at that. I have 2 of the original ones, one on the bad pod, and then one in the case, obviously, right? Of the 2.0s, I'm only getting one. I never got the updated bat pod, so I don't need the updated bat pod, because I already got 2 of the original ones. So I'm gonna get a 2.0 just to have her with everything else that's 2.0. But look at the difference in the head sculpt. The paint application is different. Look how much yellow she is on the left than she is here. She's a lot more white, a lot more pale. The lips look so much better. The lipstick on looks so much better. The ears, everything, even the they did a little bit of like baby hair here, as you can see, but even the styling of the hair looks a lot more natural, a lot better. Again, it's cheap hair, it's not wool, it's that doll hair, but it looks awesome. My DX19 looks just fine sitting on my shelf. The 2.0. That's the 2.0, the DX19. So, she's going to be great. She's going to be a good figure to have, a good figure to own. And if you have, if you're waiting for Bane, if you have the 2.0 Dark Knight, forget the 2.0 Batman Begins, because that figure was a shame. But the Dark Knight, Bane, Catwoman, you need them all. Especially, again, 2.0s. If you don't have the Two-Face, then it is what it is. But that Two-Face is beautiful too. But yeah, guys, we did it. We made it. Also, guys, what was I gonna say? What's today? Today's Thursday. Yeah, so obviously I'll be back on Saturday, 8:30 as usual with Mike. I was expecting something. I had to tell you guys something, but I completely forgot. But yeah, guys. So I'll be back Saturday. If not, then maybe even tomorrow if there's another announcement or release. What else? There was something I had to tell you guys and I completely forgot. Anyway, I'll think about it. I'll remember. I'll put it in the group if anything. Yeah, guys, if you haven't joined the group, 16 Evolution on Facebook. As always, guys, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.